What's going on, everyone? Scott here from the Breakevens, giving you another AFL Supercoach team review this pre-season. Today we have the Gold Coast Suns. A few big moves out of Gold Coast, so there's a bit more information, and there was a lot of people in and out of the team, so this might be slightly longer um, than the Geelong one that I just did. So um, before we get into it, make sure you go check out the videos I have done previously. We've gone from Adelaide to Geelong, all the news that you need to know. So make sure you check those out and you like and subscribe to the channel because a lot of work is getting put into these videos. And I'm having a blast doing them, and I'm going to keep doing them. So before we get into this video, though, you can find me on X at Breakevens Pod, on Facebook, The Breakevens, and here on YouTube, The Breakevens. Like, follow, and subscribe on all of those platforms for all AFL Supercoach content. So let's get in to the Gold Coast Suns. So they finished 13th in 2024. They were hoping for a little bit better, and they're probably going to hope for a little bit better this year because they brought in some good names. So the ins, Cooper Bell was picked up at pick 49. Asher Eastham was picked up in the rookie draft. Zach Evans was a Category B rookie. Lachlan Goulburn was a Category B rookie as well. Elliot Himmelberg was a free agent coming over from Adelaide. Max Noble was picked up in the rookie draft. Leo Lombard was picked 9 from their academy. John Noble was traded from Collingwood, and Dan Rioli was traded from Richmond. So looking here, you got Noble and Rioli is going to boost their halfback a whole lot and their ball use. Elliot Himmelberg was a fringe player here and there at Adelaide, so probably got him in just to play up forward, you would think. And we've already heard good things about Leo Lombard. So the outs, though, so Rory Atkins was traded to Port Adelaide. Sandy Brock was delisted. Big Levi Casbolt retired. Sam Day was delisted. Brendan Ellis retired. Oscar Falkhead was delisted. Jack Lukosius was traded to Port Adelaide. Darcy McPherson was delisted. And Jack Marnie, Hugo Owie, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Will Rowlands, and James Cheetahs was all delisted as well. So Atkins traded. It's Atkins. We don't really care. Levi and Sam Day. Levi didn't really play. Sam Day, when he was fit, played here and there. Lukosius is a big one for them. Usually goes on spurts of kicking 5 goals for 2 to 3 rounds. And Dusty McPherson was probably that super sub guy. So not a whole lot of bad outs. But some definitely good ins for Gold Coast. They already have the spine, so it's just getting the right players in for them, isn't it? So let's go through the preseason news. There's hardly anything, so this should be quite quick. Don't forget, all this preseason news is from the end of December 2024. That's when I did all these notes. So let's go through it. So Dan Rioli unfortunately has an MCL injury, but he will look to be back by mid-January. So, mid to late January. Sorry. So, obviously not ideal. Does he get enough preseason in before round 1 for him to be a selection? We'll wait and see. Leo Lombard has been impressing and turning heads at training, and he is a potential for round 1. Big-bodied guy. It's just, what is his role going to be? Is he going to be inside, or is he going to be outside in that midfield, or is he going to play off the halfback? We know the Suns already have Raul, Anderson, and Took. You got Flanders who can roll through there as well, and a few others, but those are the main guys. So does he get some time on the inside or does he go outside? Wait and see. And Ned Moyle, it looks like there might be a change of the guard because he, like Toby Conway in the Geelong video, um, maybe taking the number one ruck off of Jared Witts, which, Witts getting on in age. Maybe they're looking for something new. Ned Moyle's that big body guy, so it's not like they're putting a twig in there. He can hold his own. The good thing is he has been working on his fitness, has gone to the next level. That was a big thing for him, is he couldn't run out games. He's worked on his fitness. So keep an eye on him because I believe he's 462K. So it could be a cheaper ruck option, especially if he could tap down to that midfield of theirs of Raul, Anderson, and Talk. So just keep an eye on Ned Moyle and what the ruck situation is at Gold Coast. But as I said, it was pretty quick for news, so that was it. So let's get into the Super Coach selections. There's a lot here. So starting with the primos, we have Sam Flanders, 641K defender mid. Can he repeat what he did last year? Super consistent. For those that started him, I believe I started him. You were not disappointed. He went on the longest run of Super Coach hundreds. Can he go back to back? What is his role going to be? Is he going to stay half back? Is he going to be that mid defender, rotation guy? Especially with Dan Rioli and John Noble coming in. Well, more so Rioli. Is it basically going to be, okay, you guys are going to share kickouts, share the duty of moving this ball forward because you're both great kicks? What is it going to be? So just keep an eye on Sam Flanders. Gold Coast do have the early buy, which is not ideal. So a lot of people are fading for that reason, especially because we have better, cheaper options in Roberts, Mills, and Coleman, who share. Do they share the same? No, but they also have early buys as well. So you don't want too many early buy players. So I think Flanders goes 100 plus again. Does he repeat what he did last season? I'm unsure. So just keep an eye. Dan Rioli, 500K defender. Is he going to be fit for round one? As I said, MCL injury. So does he get enough work in preseason? Good thing is veteran body. So it should be like riding a bike for him. What's his role? Is he sharing kickouts and sharing duties with Flanders? Obviously, we know he's going to be half back. They're not going to get Dan Rioli over just to play him up forward, are they? So he's definitely going to be in that defense. It's just how much of the pill does he get with Flanders back there, and how much does he impact Sam Flanders? So keep an eye on how he's tracking later in pre-season. Up next is Noah Anderson, 574K mid. Can he break 110 and go 115? So the last couple of years, he's just been slowly climbing that mountain. Can he get to 115 this year? My opinion is I think out of him, Took, and Rail, he's the one to get. You're paying a little bit more, but I think he just has more scope to average 115, where, we've seen Matt Rao go in spurts. He can go absolutely massive, but then he has weeks off where he goes low. Anderson is sort of similar, but I think this is the Anderson year. He would be my breakout option in the Gold Coast lineup, the mid to go, because I wouldn't say Matt Rowe's super broken out just because how well he did early on. Then he had all those injuries, and it took him a while to get back. So I think Anderson is the way to go. But are you going to start him at 574K when 18K cheaper you have Christian Petrarca coming back? So yep, that's Noah Anderson. Took Miller 552K mid. What's his role? Can he return to form? I think Took could be on the way out slightly. He's still a class place. He's still going to play mid time, but where I don't think he'll be full time mid. So does he play on the outside? Does he move forward a little bit? And last season he was a shell of himself. This is a guy that's gone 120 plus before. And then injury struck and just hasn't got back to it. So I'll probably be skipping Took Miller. Next is Matt Rowell at 550K as a mid. Can he go 110 plus? He's yet to crack it. And can he be consistent? As I said before, he's got his real high games. Then he has his low games where he can go 60s, 70s. All he needs to do is get that floor up. And what that means is the floor is like the lowest scores. So, yes, he can go 140, 160, potentially even 180 some game weeks. But if he's going 65 as his lowest, can he get that to 85, 90? So those bad games, can they be less bad, super coach wise? You know, he's a big tackler. He's the guy that is going to run their midfield for seasons ahead. So all he needs to do is just up that floor just a little bit, around that 90, and then he could probably easily average 110 plus. So are you going to start Matt Rowell? Not with the early buy, in my opinion. Next is Jared Witts at 581K as a ruck. We spoke about Moyle. Is there going to be a ruck change? You know, does he still play number one ruck, but they play Moyle and get Moyle some more game time? Probably not. It's going to be one or the other. I think, which is getting up there in age, so the change of the guard could be happening. So we'll be staying away, but would be looking at Ned Moyle for sure. Mid price and value options. We got Mac Andrew at 390K, I believe. I put 39K, so that's wrong, but he's around that 390K. You would think, or was it 439? I don't know. I stuffed up. But he's a defender. He showed a lot at the start of last season. Can he continue that form, and can he be a little bit more consistent? Can he go up to the next level? Can we see him averaging 90, 95 this season? I think it definitely could happen. You know, he showed what he can do last season. But obviously, being a younger guy, you know, you slowly start to burn out. Those scores aren't as consistent. Another season in, another preseason into him. Be interesting to see how he goes. I wouldn't be going him for standard, but for draft, I think it would be a great pickup. So, yep, that is that. And Ned Moyle is the last one at 462K as a ruck. I've basically spoken everything I need to, but it'll all depend if he does take that number one ruck role, and what his scoring output is. So just keep an eye there. And the rookies, the only one is Leo Lombard, in my opinion, 167K mid. He's a big bodied guy. He likes to tackle. What is his role going to be? Is he even best 22? I don't think he's a sub risk. Well, starting sub, I think he could be someone who could be subbed off, but I don't think Dimmer would start him as sub, especially just because he's that big body midfield guy. So you're not going to sub out a Matt Rowell or an Anderson or a Took unless, they get injured and then bring him in. So it's probably going to start if he is in the best 22. Just all depends what his role is going to be. How much mid time does he get? Does he play behind the ball? But then, you got Flanders, Noble, and Rioli there, and Sexton, who did well last season, who I haven't put in here because I don't think he is a selection this season. So um, keep an eye. 167k could be good for our benches. And that's all the Supercoach selection. So let's go through the buys and the fixtures. So the Gold Coast have the round 2 buy, which they share with the Giants. So it's only the 2 teams. So if you're not got a whole bunch of Giants players, then you could go for a Flanders, Rioli there and have enough cover. I probably would still avoid, because I think Sam Flanders you can pick up cheaper during the season. He's going to have to go like 130 to keep 640. I reckon we could find him under 600k early on. So I probably wouldn't look to Gold Coast at the start, but definitely upgrade season. They also have the round 14 bye, which they share with Collingwood, Sydney, and Richmond. Good thing is, round 14, you probably only have Nick Dacos or Darcy Cameron. For Sydney, at this stage, if Mills and Roberts are primos and you're going to stick with them, you got them there, or you'll have a Golden type. And Richmond, you probably won't have anyone unless Tim Taranto learns how to kick and goes like 120. So it's actually a pretty good buy for the Suns. So you'll be able to get through that buy, with definitely a Flanders, and depending on what everyone else's outputs are. So they play in opening round against the Bombers, so it doesn't count for Supercoach, which is good. But in round 1, they have the Eagles away. They have the round 2 bye, the D's away, the Crows at home. They play the Roos away, but it's gather round, so it's in Adelaide, and the Tigers away. So not a lot of home games for Gold Coast early on. But you look at the teams that they play. So they've got the Eagles, they've got the Roos and Tigers, which you'd think they would score pretty well in. They have the Crows, that's at home, so that again could be beneficial for them. And the D's away. What are the D's going to bring to the table this season? So it's pretty good fixtures early on. So if you're not too worried about the buys, they do have a good run early. And the teams that they play twice, so they played the Crows twice, the Lions twice, the Bombers twice, but one is in round 0. The Giants, D's, and Tigers. So looking at that, Tigers and Crows could be good for them. D's, Giants, and Lions could be tough. And Bombers, who knows? Who knows with the Bombers? So not bad fixtures, but their fixtures are good early. It's just unfortunate that they don't have the Eagles or Roos twice, because if they did, these players would be pretty good, I guess, all season. So that's going to do it for Gold Coast right now. It'd be interesting to see how they go this season, with the players they've brought in, the players they have. You could see them maybe trying to push for a top 8 spot, maybe, but I think they're more that 8 to 10, that 9, 10 mark. So it is going to do it. So make sure you go check out the videos that I've released already. A lot of information like this. We've done from Adelaide to Geelong. Whole bunch of information there. They're usually around 20 minutes long, so nice and quick, full of information. There's more to come because we're doing daily uploads. And to make sure you keep up with everything, you can find me on X at Breakevens Pod, on Facebook, The Breakevens, or here on YouTube, The Breakevens. So like, follow, and subscribe for all AFL Supercoach content. Go check out those previous videos. We'll see you tomorrow with another video. I'm starting to lose my voice, I reckon, but I'm having fun. So until next time, thank you all again for watching and listening. And until next time, it's bye for now.